Now it's time for Corey's Top 10.
Hey guys, it's me Corey, and it's time for a new Top 10. Well, October is gone, and it's now November, which means no more Halloween-related Top 10s. So we're going to go back to just doing random Top 10s. Now, when I think of my childhood, I'd have to say one of the first things that comes to mind is the Nintendo 64. Now, there are many great games on the system, but this is my top 10 favorite games. Now, obviously, I have not played all 387 games, so, don't take me too seriously. But of the games I have played, this is my top 10. Okay. Number 10, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This is one of my first games for the system, and what a great game it was. Well, Mortal Kombat is already fun, but add different modes and a bunch of characters, and you got a game that is fun to play over and over again. That's what I did too. With my friends, played this game over and over. Who's my favorite character? Well, maybe I'll do a top 10 about that in the future. Number 9, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Well, this game is just epic, or at least it was epic on N64. What the hell, it's still a great game by today's standards. This game is just exciting to play. If you're a Star Wars fan, which I am, then you'll automatically love this game. There's nothing better than getting in your X-Wing and shooting down some TIE fighters. God, I must sound like a fucking nerd. Man, I played this game a million times, just playing all the missions over again. The sequel was fantastic on the GameCube too. And I'm asking you, LucasArts, to make a new one for the Xbox. Get it done, let's go. Number 8, Banjo-Kazooie. This is one of the greatest adventure games of all time, let alone on the N64. With its adult humor and cool characters, how could you not like this game? Now, I never did beat this game, but I remember coming really far before getting stuck and eventually giving up. I do want to go back and beat it, but don't really want to spend the money to get it on the Xbox. Anyone want to spot me some cash so I can get this? I didn't think so. Number 7, Super Smash Bros. Well, this is where the franchise began, and it was a great start for them. Probably the most fun I've ever had playing a game. Maybe not, but it's still pretty fun. This is one of the greatest games to play with a friend or a party. I remember having 3 friends over and just having 4-player 99 live battles, which would take hours. Great game. Number 6, Super Mario 64. Well, one of the first games for the console. A lot of nostalgia when I play this game. Never did beat this as a kid, but I ended up beating a couple years ago on the Wii. One of the things that pisses me off is the fact that everyone says that the camera is great in this. It really isn't. I mean, I guess it's okay for 1996, but the shit just annoys me. I challenge you to play the first stage at a bomb battlefield, I think it is, and not get all nostalgic. I mean, I think it's just impossible. Number 5, GoldenEye 007. Wow, this game looks like absolute shit now. I tried playing it the other day, and it just wasn't the same. However, the memories that I have with this game are overpowering. The game that revolutionized... Oh!
What is your problem?
Oh!
Why did you keep owling?
Oh!
Why do you keep owling? To yourself, more like.
Oh! 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 Oh!
What's your problem?
Oh! The game that revolutionized the first-person shooter. I don't know anyone who didn't like this game. From the dam level to the satellite level, this game is just pure awesomeness. Number 4, Mario Kart 64. This game is just classic. Again, no one I know has ever said this game sucks or I don't like that game. I really think it's impossible for anyone to not like this game. It's just fun. That's all you can say. My favorite track? DK Chunga Parkway in Sherbet Land. So you can imagine my delight when they put these tracks on Mario Kart Wii. I mean, you probably already saw that top 10. If not, check it out. I remember never getting bored of this game. I played it up until the N64 stopped making the games. Just one of those games that you never stop playing. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Well, if you know me, you know I love these games. This game was a sequel to Ocarina of Time, and it's just a great game. It has a very dark story compared to Ocarina, and I personally like this story better. I mean, a moon crashing into a planet is just cool to me for some reason. And I'm sure all of us failed to save the world on purpose so we could see the moon destroy the world. I mean, that was pretty awesome, right? A lot of people hate this game because it is against the norm of the other Zelda games. Are these the same kids who complain that the series is always the same? I'd like to know. Number 2, Star Fox 64. My first game I ever owned or played for the N64. And my god is it epic. Flying around in your R-Wing shooting shit? probably the most fun you can have with an N64 controller. So many memorable quotes for this game, and if you played this game, you know what I'm talking about. I could go on and on about this game, but I'm going to keep it a little short. This game is just amazing. I remember thinking to myself that I beat it the first time, but I didn't know that the game has 2 alternate endings. Add this, we're trying to get medals for every planet, and you got a game with excellent replay value. Number 1. My favorite game for the N64, my favorite game of all time, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Now I know I'm not alone on this because there are numerous people who say this is the greatest game of all time too, let alone the greatest game on N64. I have beat this game many times and I still can't get bored of it. I practically memorized the game and rarely get stumped anymore, but it still can't shake my interest. This is probably the most nostalgic I get when playing a video game. This game took me 3 years to beat. Granted, I took a year off because I got stuck in the fire temple, but hey, I was 7 at the time, so can't really blame me. Alright, well that's my top 10. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see future top 10s or anything else I do. Okay guys, see you in 2 weeks. Catch you later.